Well, many of us worry about finding the right primary school for our kids, and then we worry about what happens when they get in. This morning, if you picked up the Irish Independent, you would have read about significant weaknesses in the skills of a fair number of trainee teachers. By lunchtime, you would have heard teachers talking about the problems of overcrowding in primary schools. So clearly, the education system is struggling to cope with rising population, rising standards and rising expectations. But who exactly do we hold to account? In a few minutes, we'll be hearing from parents, principals, teachers and the Minister for Education, Mary Hannon. But first, here's Katie Hannon with the view from the classroom.
Children are getting lost in the system.
It's just not fair on the children or on the teachers.
They deserve every help they can get, so I do feel let down.
It's about time somebody did something.
These kids' parents are angry. Indeed, a pre-election campaign of public meetings demanding smaller class sizes is taking the Greater Dublin area by storm. Today, the focus shifted to teaching skills, with a leaked report suggesting that as many as 1 in 3 newly trained primary teachers do not make the grade. These thorny issues, combined with the bottleneck in the school's accommodation programme, have lent an air of crisis to the primary education debate. Just how worried should we be? The government's key education pledge in 2002 could not have been clearer. It promised that in 5 years it would ensure that the average size of classes for children under 9 will be below the international best practice guideline of 20:1. St Columkills in Knockline in South Dublin is the biggest junior school in the country, with 700 pupils aged under 9. There are 29 children in this second class. Only the junior infants fare better, with class sizes of 28.
The government only reduced class size last year by 1 and a promise again after this election of another 1, and there are no commitments beyond that. What the government did since 2002 was to put a lot of extra resources, a lot of extra teachers and special needs assistants into specialist areas like special needs, disadvantage, and into the international pupils who have joined our community and have been assisting the boom in the economy. That has to be welcomed, but it doesn't reduce class size.
The UK has the biggest primary school classes in the EU, with an average class size of 26. Ireland comes a close second with an average class size of 24. That puts us well behind the European average of 20.1 and has us trailing hopelessly behind the best performers, Luxembourg and Lithuania, with an average of just over 15 pupils in every class.
All through college we were taught how to focus on a child-centred education where you're planning for the individual needs of the children. You're getting, instead of the 20 that I was promised, individual pupils that I would have to look at, to get to know, to analyse their individual learning needs. It's a mammoth task to get to know 29.
The principal at St Columkills is suspicious of the timing of today's report on teacher competence.
In my experience here, I have nothing but the best of teachers, and I really do believe that this was designed today. This report was leaked at a time when the focus is coming on to class size, and obviously the current government and even future governments are very silent on the issue of class size.
While this recent graduate would also dispute the report's findings, she does say that there is an overcrowding issue in the teacher training colleges.
I do feel that the overcrowding I experience with my children in my classroom extends to the experience I had of college, with a lecturer trying to reproduce a child-centred curriculum with 40 adults in a room built for about 20, with 40 tables and 40 chairs. It really is an impossible and very daunting task.
The government insists that it is spending €500 million a year on the school's building programme and has put 4,000 new primary teachers into the system since 2002. But in a time of relentless growth, is the pace of this progress good enough?
If the Minister continues to reduce class sizes at the very slow pace that she has indicated, what it will mean for all of the 700 under-9s in this school community here is that they will not be in classes of less than 24 pupils until 2012. If they were serious about this commitment, they would have been reducing class sizes by 2 pupils per teacher each year for the last 5 years, and that would have brought it from 29 to 19. It was a very simple sum.